Hi, Brian. So I just want to do a little compare and contrast with you.
Okay.
I'm sick of these January Sixers trying to compare their crimes to Black Lives Matter protests. Black Lives Matter, they were protesting for black people to have basic human rights to be able to walk down the street and
Correct.
not get a bullet
Hmm.
in you. January Sixers, you all went to the Capitol and you showed your what? You brought weapons, you brought flag poles, you brought all of that stuff.
Hmm.
In my opinion, you deserve any crime, and you deserve to get the book thrown
Yeah.
at you. But do not compare Black Lives Matter protests
Well, you
to
know why they do that, right? You know why they do that. First of all, one has nothing to do with the other, and the reason why she's bringing this up is because I played some JD Vance audio over the weekend where JD Vance said that some of the violent criminals will not be pardoned, and there are some people that are not very happy with that. Um, there is no comparison between Black Lives Matter protests and January 6th, and I think you'll agree with me on this. Black
yeah,
Lives Matter, there were tens of millions of people that were protesting. Overwhelming majority of them were not violent criminals. They wanted equality. By the way, I was one of them. There were agitators. Some of them were white Republicans, believe it or not, that were agitators. And there were a small percentage of people that did some very bad things, and nobody would ever condone the violence. But the reason why the majority of those people were there was for something good, which was equality. All the people
correct.
were there on, I'm not even talking about the people that committed crimes. Everybody that was there on January 6th, or maybe 99% of them, were there because they believed the election was stolen based on a lie. They're dopes.
Preach.
Everybody that was there, for the most part, morons. And a small percentage of those people, I say small percentage because, to be fair, there were probably a couple 100,000 people there, and there were a couple thousand people that committed some crimes that day. But there is a difference between wanting equality for the country, wanting people to be
Right.
treated as equals regardless of skin color when it comes to law enforcement, and people that showed up in Washington, D.C. based on a lie trying to overthrow a free and fair election. There is no comparison. It doesn't mean we should ever condone violence, and I know you're not, at either
Right.
situation. But one group of people are so stupid, they thought the election was stolen, which it wasn't. They tried to overthrow a free and fair election. And you had another group, tens of millions, that just wanted equality. And they saw what happened to George Floyd, regardless of what George Floyd was or what he did in his life, is irrelevant. If George Floyd was white, that wouldn't have happened. Period.
Right.
Period.
Right.
If Ahmaud Arbery was white, that wouldn't have happened. And I can go along the list. Okay, race plays a role, sadly, sometimes with the way people are treated, not just with law enforcement, but as a whole in society, which is why I believe systemic racism exists. And the people that are
Correct.
saying systemic racism doesn't exist are usually people that are called white supremacists.
Preach. Thank you, Ryan.
You got it. Thank you so much for the
All right,
phone
bye.
call. Appreciate you.